We're the largest community of M&A investors and entrepreneurs. We were involved in 100 plus transactions in the last 3 years, and now also looking to invest in deals and roll-ups. Here are some of the things that I think could be really, really interesting for you to go through when you're in your process of growing by acquisitions, growing a business in general, or leading a team of employees, or even leading a team when it comes to you trying to buy a business. So I really believe that it's really difficult for you to attract someone above your level of leadership, which means that you need to elevate your own leadership so you could attract people at higher caliber. Like in the end of the day, you're going to be the highest example for your employees and anyone who's working with you, right? So the better you are, the better you work on yourself, the better you will hire. So you got to work on yourself, or you got to find someone to help you elevate your belief on yourself and what can be done so you can be a better leader. Or with what I want us to build here with acquisition.com. I really wanted to get to a point where everyone who's joining here can really get an offer accepted as soon as possible and then get access to that capital. And not just access to the capital, but get support post-acquisition, because we're not talking about it enough, I think, about the idea of what happens after you buy the business. We really want to build here an opportunity for you guys to not just find great deals, analyze deals fast and make offers first, but also access to investors. So like I said, we will use our investors network if you have good deals. And then we want to support you post deal with a C-suite, fractional C-suite, let's say, to help you to also operate those businesses. When you're saying banks, I would say the answer is depend on which banks or institution, right? Obviously, a traditional bank will look at things differently if they don't have traditional assets, but there's so many institutions out there, like Michael that we talked about, who did a 200 million roll-up. He didn't raise the money from his local bank, he raised it from an institution that gave him the money anyway. So yes, banks will look at e-commerce differently, but you don't necessarily need to go to your local bank for e-commerce businesses. For a first deal, our sweet spot, just based on what we're seeing right now, is $300,000 check size. So this, alongside something like asset lender or cash flow financing or SBA if you're in the US, would be the sweet spot for a first deal. I think if you can finance a larger deal, go for a larger deal. I think the biggest challenge with a larger deal is it's most likely you'll need more equity. That's the biggest difference, to be honest. And if you don't have that equity to put from your own pocket, that means that you need to go out there and work to get that equity, either from investors or large institutions. If it's from investors, you'll need to play the numbers game. So it's going to take you more time to get that equity. If it's from institutions, then it means that you'll most likely be just more diluted and or have more, call it draconian rules and terms with those investors. Like when you go out there, like if you're going to go out there and raise 100 million from an institution, trust me, the terms with them are not going to be the same terms you're going to have with a grandma you're going to raise a few $100,000 from. You see what I mean? You just have more flexibility with the grandma. Obviously, you want to get her great return as well. But yeah, when you raise large sums of money from institutions, it's almost like they become your boss, right? So you need to keep that in mind. I think that business, the way that I see that, and again, that's just my experience, right? Other, like people who made fortune in real estate will tell you, hey, real estate is the best path. For me, I would tell you that business is the best path because that's the path that I went through. And I believe that for you to accumulate your wealth, business is more exciting, more fun. And I think the upside can be much bigger, not to accumulate, but to protect your wealth. I think real estate, yeah, might be a better path, but it really depends on what's your risk appetite, how you want to build a portfolio structure. Probably it also depends on how old are you. Like if you're older, you probably want to take less risk. If you're younger, you might be willing to take more risk, right? Like if you're 70 years old, I don't know if I'll suggest you to put all of your money into Bitcoin, for example. The way that I see that right now with the way that I view deals is I want to get the LOI signed and I assume that I'll get the financing, but I have a different network at this point. I also have more experience and understanding of how much I could probably raise against a specific deal. The way that I see things, guys, you want to move fast. Like you don't want to waste time. You want to get an LOI signed, put it under an exclusivity for at least 60 to 90 days and assume and trust that you'll raise the financing. That's my view on things right now. Otherwise, you'll just stop yourself too much. Know that in the back end, we're also working on figuring out and building more data-driven strategies for businesses. So the idea is to partner with more of you, provide investors for more of you, partner with you on supporting with operations with more of you, and then to help you reverse engineer the business growth process, right? So to help you build a plan, have like clear visibility for higher value for the business on where to do things, who to do it with, like basically to reverse engineer the best market, the best type of client, who's going to bring the most amount of value for that business. So the idea is you find great deals, you need capital, we partner with you on that. We engineer the business with you, for you. We then help you with the sales process, comp plan, like marketing, HR, all those things. We show your team how they can make money and have more incentive to grow. We basically build every team from data. That's the biggest thing that I feel like small businesses lack. They just randomly test things. And we really want to build this great data team internally to help businesses grow from data, right? Instead of wishing, hoping, feeling, to really have data-driven strategies. Anything we could help with, let us know, message us in the community, post in the community, post in the feed. Any win you have, any lesson you have, every progress you have, post in the community. Let's make it more engaging. And yeah, with that being said, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next week. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.